This is one rifle I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite a while now. Well, I think I first seen these at the British Shooting Show on the Highland Outdoors stand, and I was like, oh yes, I like that very much. What is it? It's the P.O.F Revolt, the purpose-built straight pull, and it is totally ambidextrous. That is probably one of my favorite things about it. But oh my god, this thing is really cool. Really cool. A US made straight pull. Go figure that out then. Yeah. Oh my god, this thing is cool. Just to get it out of the way, just the scope that's riding on top, or the red dot, is a Sig Sauer Bravo 3 times 24. It's pretty cool, sort of red dot stroke little scope. It's cool. It's cool. It's all right. It's not ideal for long distance, but it was fun for testing in. But yeah, let me throw out some specs, and then we'll have a bit of a talk about this thing. We'll go into some detail. Now, I'm going to be referring to this quite a bit, because this rifle is actually the one that Pete Moore, the editor of Shooting Sports magazine, reviewed. Okay, so this is the actual rifle. I basically dropped him an email and said, oi, send me that. I want it. I need to play with it for a bit. So yeah, it's in that copy of Shooting Sports magazine. But I'm going to refer to his technical specifications, and also because I had about what 70 or 80 rounds, but I had a lot of crappy ammo that I was sort of using up. I had a lot of, I did mention it in the range time video, I had a lot of steel cased ammo. 5.56 this is chambered in, or 223, but it has got 5.56 stamped on the barrel. But yeah, I was using a lot of steel case stuff, just crappy stuff, but it was all right. I was pinging the steels, you know, at decent ranges, and I think I was throwing some PPU stuff through it as well. That's the brass there. But yeah, Pete Moore had a bit more of an extensive sort of ballistic test and sort of group test, if that makes sense. He put all his info here, so I'm going to cheat and refer to that, because like I say, I was pretty rounds limited, to be fair. So should we get this out of the way first? We may as well. So, well, so pause the video and just read that. That's sort of some of your popular ammo. So giving you know, the bullet weight, well, the bullet make, bullet weight, average speeds and average groups. So pretty much with half decent ammo, you know, MOA most of the time. All right, 1.5 inch. Yeah, that's interesting. It is what it is, isn't it? I mean, as you can see in the footage and in the range time video I did on this thing, I was just pinging the steel. It's quite bizarre, really. I think because when the rifle arrived, the scope wasn't on. It attached the scope, and it was pretty much bang on as soon as I attached the scope. So pretty impressive. So yeah, I've not got any targets to show yet. I was just pinging the steel. It's just way more fun. I would just, you know, when I was going to do, you know, proper targets and stuff, but when I seen what Pete had put in this, I thought, well, this is the same rifle. If it had been a different rifle, then yeah, but this is the actual same rifle. So I thought, well, you know what, he's kind of doing the hard work for me, so I'd just have fun whacking that steel. Anyway, let's get back to the specs, referring to my script. So this is the P.O.F Revolt Light, it's called. It's chambered in 5.56 NATO, as stated on the barrel, 223 rem. Capacity comes with a 10 round mag. Okay, that is the standard one. It does come with bigger ones if you request, I believe. But this is kind of funny. I'm sort of going off on tangents here. Sorry, I will get back to the specs. But I'd got a load of 30 round magazines that I think I bought these when I was a kid from like a army surplus store as just as souvenirs. And I thought, I come across them and I was like, I wonder if they'll load up with 223. They are 556. So anyway, well, obviously 556, 223 is the same. But I thought, I wonder if they still work. So I gave them a bit of oil, kind of a bit of a clean up. I didn't with that one. I just actually found that one as well this evening. But I loaded them all up and no problems whatsoever. So I was getting this thing hot, putting 30s through it, and oh my God, I was getting it hot as well, really hot. And sort of jumping ahead to reliability, I will get back to specs, I promise. Brass ammo, yeah, no problem. You know, pulling the brass out, extracting the brass, no problem. Steel cased ammo, I think I had a couple of instances where I just had to pull back a little bit harder on the T-bar. That was about it. Nothing got stuck. And like I said, I got this thing hot, just chewing 30 rounders through it. Yeah, and it was hot. It really was hot. But anyway, so reliability. In my testing, this thing was really good. Anyway, back to the specs. So, barrel is 18.5 inch medium sort of, what do you call it, profile. It is fluted, as you can see. So that will help with cooling. Okay, and even the barrel nut there, I don't know if you can see it through the handguard, is actually fluted as well. So that actually works as a heat sink. Well thought out, well thought out. The length, overall length, twist rate of the barrel is 1 in 8 twist. Excuse me. Overall length is 38.5 inches. Weight is 8.2 pounds, and that's empty and unscoped. The action is what they're calling a hybrid straight pull. We'll get more to that. Get back to that in a minute. Ambidextrous cocking. These are around 2.5 grand here in the UK. Okay, but isn't it funny? A purpose-built straight pull. Excuse me. Made in the USA. For whatever reason, would that? I don't know. Would it just be people that don't want a bolt action but they want an AR platform but don't want semi-auto? I don't know, but it's cool. It's for the UK, it's really, really cool. So let's have a closer look then. So I've already nicknamed this rifle as the pogo stick for obvious reasons. I mean, look at that T-bar thing, but oh my God, it is so smooth. Dare I say, this is probably, well, yeah, it is. It is the best straight pull I've used to date as far as a T-bar cocking one. I'm not referring to the dog leg cocking, and I'm not referring to the bolt handle cocking. T-bar cocking wise, this is the best that I've used. It really, really is. Doesn't matter what, I mean, I'm lefty, I had no problem with this. Yes, you've got to take your head off the stock to cock it, and it is a little bit unnerving when you, well, let's just close it up. It's a bit unnerving when you've got your cheek on there, because I don't know why, you just think this thing is going to fly back and, you know, smash your smile. For some reason, I don't know why, but obviously it doesn't. But it's just really cool. I know some people will be like, "Oh my God, that's a bit too big." Those pogo stick foot holders, whatever they're called. But no, honestly, it's just so smooth. I mean, let's take the mag out. I mean, you've seen me on camera using this thing. It's just so smooth. Really is good. I mean, it was just pulling those cases out like it didn't even know it was there. It was just really nice to use. But yeah, let's just take it from the stock then. So you've got quite a bit of adjustability on the stock. I didn't really mess about with it, to be fair. Although what I did find, unless I am totally missing something, and I probably am usually, I couldn't adjust the length of pull on this thing, and I'm probably not looking at a lever somewhere. Where do you adjust the length of pull, dude? God knows. But anyway, it was all right for me. It was ideal for me. But yeah, quite a nice stock. You've got like a hook there to sort of pull the rifle into you. Really nice. AR-15, you know, all standard bits will fit on it. I kind of like the pistol grip on this thing. It's a bit more sort of straight than flared back a little bit. That is cool. Obviously the T-bar cocking, I mean, that's a major difference to a lot of AR-15s. Obviously, you know, it's not a semi-automatic, but comfort-wise, the T-bar on this is just amazing. I mean, they're all sort of, the actual handles on them, they're like dumbbell handles, do you know what I mean? You know, really good. They spin round, they sort of, must be on like a bearing or something. They're knurled, so you've got plenty of grip on them. Just really good. I'll take it out in a minute and we can have a closer look. Everything works on this, and like I said, it's fully ambidextrous. You've got working dust cover. You see me do that at the start of the video. Flipping it around, there's your mag release. So there's your mag release, sort of standard, but they've made the mag release ambidextrous as well. So you can release it from that side. Ambidextrous safety catch. Just really cool. Really cool rifle. Just totally ambidextrous, pretty much. Ejection wise, with the pulling out the spent brass, like I said, ejection was nice and easy. Plus it was flinging the cases, you know, well out the way as well. So no problem there. Now, what you will notice, well, let me just refer to my manual again. I have done my own work, honest. So yeah, it's just, well, I'm just sort of making sure I haven't missed anything here. No, I haven't. No, I'm just, sorry, I was just checking up on something there. Yeah, just a real nice looking AR-15. I mean, I love the colour. You know, you've got the black handguard against the grey upper and lower. Just looks really cool. I'm gonna move these magazines out of the way. They're rattling. They're sort of rattling every time I move them. Plenty of rail there for a scope, as you can see. The handguard is really nice. No, they've seemed to have gone off that, haven't they? Just sort of quad rails everywhere. You know, it just looks a bit crap when you don't need them. This is just really nice. You've got a bit of Picatinny rail up top here. That's if you wanted to sort of throw on you know, like a front iron sight. A little bit underneath if you wanted to throw on a bipod. Big muzzle brake there. That thing does go with a bit of a pop. Really cool though, very effective muzzle brake. P.O.F's own, I believe. But yeah, just really cool. Now, that's what I was getting to. The trigger, notice the trigger. Oh, they've put it on backwards. No, they haven't really. That is a very unusual trigger, and trust me, it does take some getting used to, because at first your finger's sort of up here when it should be sort of down, if that makes sense. I don't know, at first it's a little bit weird. You sort of go to put your finger there rather than a little bit lower. Does get take some getting used to, but it is nice. Let's just do that again. It really is a nice trigger. I mean, straight ones are getting quite popular now, aren't they, in AR-15s? But kind of like this one. I got used to it after. Like I say, it was weird to start with, but after a bit, it was like, I'm liking this. It just become you know, natural after a bit, if that makes sense, But yeah, should we break this thing open? Oh God, I hate taking guns apart on camera because I always fail. Let's break her open. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this, this charging handle, and I'll show you the bolt as well. Pretty easy actually to put back together. Yes, even for me. Now there is that big pogo stick charging handle. Look at that thing. That thing, it's got some weight to it as well. It really is, you know, quite over-engineered. Or, well, no, it's not over-engineered, but it's well-engineered. That's the word I was looking for. What I did notice on this thing is there is no forward assist, yet the bolt is sort of got the, you know, the lugs in for the forward assist. But I suppose with it being a straight pull, you don't really need forward assist because you just literally just bang the T-bar back or just sort of recock it. But there's your bolt anyway. I'm getting covered in oil. Again, well engineered. I mean, it's quite funny. When I put this, put the pictures of this on Facebook, on Instagram, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, my mate had one of these and they were absolutely crap." Well, that don't really sort of give all the information, does it? Just saying it's really crap. What? He was crap. He was a crap shooter. You had a crappy scope on it or whatever. I had no problems with this thing. No problems whatsoever. And I tell you what, I am sorely tempted to get one of these because me being a lefty, I don't know, it just feels good. This thing feels really good. Covered in oil, look. But yeah, there's your bolt. Closer look at the bolt. I'm not going to get all techie, but that's got some weight to it, and you can see it. That is well engineered. Well engineered. Look into the guts. Obviously, with it being an AR, you can throw in any trigger you like. AR style trigger, AR-15 trigger, that is. Just look at the quality though. I mean, go on P.O.F's website, have a look at their ARs. I mean, obviously they cater for the American market, they're an American company. But they've won some awards, you know, best gun of this, that and the other. And, you know, you've only got to sort of go on their website for sort of 5 minutes, have a bit of a read up, and you think to yourself, yep, these guys know what they're doing, you know. So yeah, that should sort of shut the arguments down that you generally get on social media with AR builders. We won't go there, shall we? But yeah, what a superb rifle. If there's anything I've missed, and there's bound to be loads, you know, I'm just sort of throwing this out in a bit of a raw sort of video. I'll throw in all the specs in the details down below, and you can sort of check it out for yourself. Right, shall I reassemble this on camera? See if we can do it. Oh my God, look how easy that was. Oh, I'm failing. Oh, I'm not failing. Oh yeah, let's quickly show you that. Buffer spring as well. So, you know, all your sort of standard stuff. So yeah, just really cool. I really cannot fault this thing. I had no, like I said, I had no issues with this rifle whatsoever. No complaints. Should we put in a 30 rounder just for looks? Oh yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, I really cannot gripe about this thing. I'm trying to think. No, like I say, the trigger is a little bit weird to start with. But no, other than that, you know, like I said, I should have, no, I'm not going to say should have. I could have done some serious target work with this thing, but like I said, Pete Moore has sort of done it all for me, you know. He was my biatch. He'd done all that for me. So, you know, I could just have fun with it being the same rifle. So he kind of got all the data for me, really. But no, if you're looking for a straight pull AR-15, and I believe they do these in 308 as well. And like I say, this is the 223/556 version. It's got it on the barrel there somewhere. There you go, look. Then this is certainly, if it's within budget, certainly a contender. Absolutely, because, you know, guys who like their ARs like to dress them up, do them up how they want. You know, different stocks, excuse me, different pistol grips. I wouldn't change the handrail because it does sort of form the upper rail there. But do you know what? There's no need to change anything on it. Everything just feels right. Like I say, that trigger is a little bit weird to start with, but it's cool. It's cool. Once you do get used to it, it is really cool. We'll talk about the mags that come with it. This is what is it? It's a MFT mag. I think I've got one of these for my yeah, I have. I've got one of these for my 308 actually. This was all right. It was a nice mag to use. You know, no sort of problem with it. It's all polymer compared to those Steelies that I was using. My ones that I bought from the Army Surplus store sort of years ago when I was a boy. That's kind of cool that they were. You know, these are just like souvenirs, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, they're going to get some action now. Do you know what? I never even gave it a thought. When I get ARs in, 556 or 223 ARs in, never even gave it a thought these spare mags will come in useful. But yeah, it was interesting, you know, so I didn't just have the 10 rounder to play with. You know, I was loading, well, I think I was just using the one actually, one of these 30 rounders, and just chucking the rounds down range. You know, I was doing some damage to my steel. But yeah, so let's give, anyway, sort of moving on, I'm just jibber jabbering. Let's give the trigger a pull because it is an interesting trigger, and I found it really quite nice. So let's give it a double check. We're clear. We are clear. Did cock it. Let's give it a pull. Just see what. Oh, magazine's going everywhere. Let's just see what it's doing out of interest. Right, let's give it a pull. Drum roll. Oh, I think I pulled that a little bit hard, but that is just under £4. That is a nice trigger. Should we do that again? Let's just do it because I like doing that. It just sounds good. £3, 9 ounces. Let's give it another one. I'll pull it gently this time. Oh yeah, that's about right then. First one was 3.9, that's 3.10. So yeah, just under £4 for your trigger. Yeah, it's a nice trigger. It really was a nice trigger as well. So, but yeah, as you can tell, guys, I like this thing. I do like it. You know, you get the guys on Facebook that, you know, don't like stuff, and it's, well, the proof is in the pudding. Try it. I've put quite a lot of rounds through this thing. Like I said, I was getting it hot. I actually had to sort of basically let it cool down for 10 minutes because it's quite a hot day as well. And after chewing through a couple of those big magazines, it was getting flipping hot. So all I could see through this scope was mirage. It was kind of cool. Give you a look through the scope if it'll work. Probably won't. Will it? Knock my camera about. No, you can't really see, I don't think. Pretty cool scope though, to be fair, but not really a long range scope. Another thing that really impresses me with the Revolt is, well, obviously it's attention to detail, which really, really does impress me. But this is a cool thing. Now, you ever had it where you, if you take the magazine out and you want to open a rifle, well, an AR, and lock the bolt open, you find yourself sort of pulling it and pressing that, which is normal. Totally normal, totally normal. But there's one on the Revolt, there's one inside the trigger. So see that there inside the trigger area, trigger guard, that does the same thing as well. So you see the bolt release moving. So you can actually lock the bolt open whilst your finger is in the trigger guard. I know it's hard, it's kind of hard to sort of get on camera and do this. So pull that back, lift that with your trigger finger. Oh, he says, I'm not holding it properly. Pull it back, lift up, and you're locked. It's really quite cool. It is a cool little feature. Whether you get used to using that, I don't know, but it just gives you another option. You know, it's just kind of nice to be able to sort of just press that with your finger and lock the bolt open. Would you really use it? I don't know. But it's just one of them. What it needs is a bolt release there as well, I think. But I don't know whether you can slingshot it or not. Yeah, you can slingshot it to close it up as well. So yeah, a very, very cool AR-15 straight pull. Just really, really nice. Just the build quality, it just feels really good. I mean, it's like a nitride, what do I call it? A nitride finish that it's done in. It just feels really, really good. You know, there's no sort of, I don't know, tackiness about it, if that makes sense. The lower receiver is billet machine from Solid. The upper looks like it looks to me like it's like a standard sort of AR-15. I don't know whether is that a forging mark there? I don't know. I'm no sort of great expert, but yeah, just good quality. It just feels solid rifle. I mentioned the handguard. You got your M-lock bits there. Not much Picatinny rail, which is always nice. You got your M-lock there in sort of the 6 o'clock position. So yeah, so really cool. And then you've got again, you can throw on add-ons of Picatinny rail there because it's threaded. So yeah, just a well thought out AR-15, and with the added bonus, it's straight pull, so it's, you know, good to go here in the UK from a company that builds ARs, that builds real ARs for, you know, numerous end users. I've got a bug in here, you know, so they know what they're doing. You know, when sort of military and police, you know, maybe the end user of one of these things, obviously not the straight pull. But yeah, interesting, very interesting rifle. Like I said, I'd been looking forward to getting my hands on one of these, and I am impressed with it. Like I said, I cannot fault it. I really can't. Just a glorious little rifle. It really is. Like I said, that's probably my only. You've got sort of QD mounts there. I forgot to mention that on either side. Everything's ambi. Whatever's on one side is on the other, apart from the ejection port. So yeah, but yeah, probably all right. I mean, I haven't thrown out a gripe, have I? I can't really call that a gripe with the trigger, because you get used to it and it does feel good. Probably the stock, I just felt a little bit short, unless I've totally missed something and, you know, people are going to call me an idiot in the comments. But I can't find the adjustment to adjust the length of pull on that. It's kind of weird. Am I really missing something on there? I probably am, knowing me. You know what I'm like. Someone will rip me to shreds in the comments. So, but anyway, that is your rack and load review of the P.O.F Revolt, the UK straight pull. Well, it's built in the US, but they're available here in the UK. and this one is in 5.56 as mentioned, and just a really, really cool rifle. Very, very cool. I really like this thing. And that's it. That's your Racknload review. Thanks for watching. See ya.
You're not even hitting the frame. The frame is about 8 inches thick. You're okay, so you're about 8 inches above it. Above the target? Oh, right.